Now I've been a Lil Wayne fan basically my whole life for as long as I can remember, or the majority of it. Lil Wayne is one of my favorite rappers. Lil Wayne is one of the greatest MCs, one of the greatest people to ever put pen to paper. This is not going to be a video just to dunk on Wayne, bash Wayne. If you watch me or you know me, you know Wayne means a lot to me. So I'm going to handle this in a way like I'm trying to speak to Wayne, like Wayne is in the room, or I'm trying to help as like somebody who, idolized Wayne growing up. You know what I mean? I mean, like, look at me, man. The way I write, like, you know what I mean? So now you read the title of this video is Lil Wayne shading Kendrick. And we're gonna get into that. And that's not clickbait, that's 100% true. So let me tell you why Wayne, why people might think that you have some sort of issue with Wayne, you're shading Wayne, Kendrick, or there's something going on here. Because last night, after the Grammys, Lil Wayne tweeted, "Congrats to the nominees and the winners. Was it included? As usual, I gotta work harder. As usual, one time for my slime, Bill Belichick. For Bill Belichick got snubbed for Hall of Fame, I think it was, or whatever. So now, when somebody reads this, they might go, "Why you think he's snubbing Kendrick? I mean, he said congrats." Let me tell y'all something, because a lot of people just be, I guess, just don't know, don't have a lot of real human interaction, know how that works or stuff. But let me tell you something. This is not a post congratulating. This post is not about congratulating the nominees. This post is about Wayne being snubbed again. This post is that congratulates to the nominees is the least important part. That's almost like a side. Get out of it. I almost have to say that so I don't look too much like a hater type stuff. It's a backhanded compliment because he's saying that y'all won, but really I'm Bill Belichick. I should have won. Here's the thing where two reasons why I say, Wayne, I can't defend this no more. It feels like Kendrick slander. Here's one, right? And we're going to go into the main smoking gun. But the last time Wayne had a public feeling of being snubbed was when Kendrick Lamar got the Super Bowl. And let's run back to what Wayne said about that.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay.
Oh, by the way, let me say this so I don't have to cut into a new video. YouTube has done some changes to the algorithm, and I never used to say this, I never used to care, but it is now more important than ever to hit that thumbs up button and to drop a comment. Engage with the videos sometimes, and I'm not telling you to engage if you don't want to engage, but I'm saying sometimes as YouTubers and as YouTube consumers, I do this too. We just consume the content and we love it and we just move on. But show it a little bit of love, show your love, hit a thumbs up button, drop a comment, and keep it going because that's what they're looking for right now. Just letting y'all know. So,
The delay on, just the delay. I want to say first of all, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking.
to do this on break.
I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Your words turned into arms and it held me up when I try to fall back.
That's a part.
Um, that hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position.
And then that's what he said about the thing. And then he admits that nobody really told him. He just felt entitled, which was weird. And so that was weird. And I also found it as a Wayne fan, as a Cash Money fan, I feel like how much more Wayne cared about stuff like this than stuff that is in his wheelhouse that he's a king of. Like I feel like he cared more about this stuff than he cared about the cat. He wasn't even at the verses. And he might be completely justified to why, but it seems like this lack of care on that side makes his care of this feel like Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. So, but here's now, so the history, and then if you watch his Skip Bayless interview about this situation, it feels like there's something with him and Kendrick, and it could be the beef. It could be that you've lowered what feels like the stock of my biggest asset, which was Drake, of artists I have created. But here's to me the absolute smoking gun that nobody I've seen yet say, and maybe they haven't seen it, but go ahead and clip this up and tweet this, because if niggas start saying this now, they're saying it because of me. Sorry, I had to be pompous. They're probably not. But I had to Google, right? I was like, wait a minute, nigga. Was Carter 6 nominated for any Grammys this year? As Lil Wayne's album, The Carter 6, released in 2005, did not receive any nominations for 2026 Grammys. And I went, huh, wait a minute. So maybe I'm bugging. Maybe there's a feature he did. So I had to Google, was Lil Wayne nominated for any Grammys in this year, 2026? Lil Wayne was not nominated for a Grammy at the 2026 awards. And I went, well, that's the smoking gun for me right there. Wait a minute, Wayne. The nominations for the Grammys were announced way before the Grammy Awards. Way before the Grammy Awards. So if you really felt this way, and it wasn't about Kendrick, why did you not say anything when you weren't, why didn't you make this tweet when you weren't nominated? Unless I'm missing something. In fact, I had to Google, did Lil Wayne say anything about being nominated, about not being nominated for the Grammys? And then even Google, the AI overlords we have to use, says, Lil Wayne expressed frustration over being excluded despite releasing Carter 6, stating on social media wasn't included. So this was after. They're talking about the tweet that he made after, and I went, wait a minute, Wayne. It was physically impossible for you to win a Grammy this year, and you knew that. You knew that before the awards. So did you just remember? Did you just realize? Why did you not? You were already not nominated. Where it starts feeling like this has to do with Kendrick is after he sweeps, you then say it. And you know me, brother, I love Wayne, bro. I love Dwayne Michael Carter as an artist. There are a lot of times where he'll say stuff outside of his music, where on interviews where I just wish people wouldn't put a microphone in front of his face. But he's one of the greatest rappers there's ever been. But I will say, my G, somebody has to explain to me, why did you wait for after Kendrick, even if you weren't trying to shade Kendrick, nobody in your team said, yo, Wayne, I don't know, is Cortez around you still? Nobody said, yo, Wayne, this is definitely gonna look like you're salty about Kendrick winning because you didn't bring up this when you weren't nominated. You already knew you weren't invited to the party. It looks very crazy when you show up to the party and make a hullabaloo like you didn't know months before you weren't invited. So that's why I go, Wayne, this is starting to feel like it's a Kendrick thing. And it's starting to feel like, bro, for the last decade, Young Money been moving real young funny. Decade plus. Whether it's Nicki, who we don't even talk about, Drake, Tyga, Wayne, it's just, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on with Wayne's PR team. I don't know what's going, but he's been making moves that haven't made sense to me for a long time. And when I was listening to Carter 6, I've been listening to Wayne for a long time. There is something about Wayne that I've been saying for a long time that just feels like it's missing. Like it feels like the gumbo, you know, like when you taste the soup or it kind of is the same, just something missing. What has been missing from Wayne? To me, lyrically, he is damn near technically better at times. But then why is he dropping like things like Carter 6? Why did he drop his arguably worst body of music? If not his worst body of music, were some of the worst songs I think he's ever recorded. And I've listened to damn near every Wayne song, Live. I don't think there's a worse Lil Wayne song than Peanuts to an Elephant. I'm going to keep it gangster. There's a few of them. That Island Holidays, there's a few of them. So it's weird that he did this. And it's the same thing where it was with the Super Bowl, where that wasn't the first time the Super Bowl was in New Orleans. That wasn't the first time Wayne didn't perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Why does it seem like you waited for Kendrick to get it to do it? You already knew you weren't nominated for Grammys. Why did you wait for Kendrick to sweep to get it? Tell me to say this and call yourself Bill Belichick. Lil Wayne's confidence has been missing for a long time. And it made me remember that one of Lil Wayne's best qualities was his confidence. Confidence got the heart of the biggest lion. Confidence, like, come on, put it out my ear, right? There was a thing about Wayne where his music sounded better because of how confident and how much he believed in his music. Lil Wayne can't sing a lick. Do you know why Duffel Bag Boys hits the way it hits? The confidence. If I don't do nothing, I'ma bow. I'm counting all day like the clock on the wall. And now that that's been stripped, the punches and the lines and the technical ability are great. It's like what I say about Eminem, where it's like the pen is great, but there's something in the soul that's missing. And people got to realize that that part really makes those punches, them lyrics hit way harder. But I low-key don't blame Wayne. I think Wayne needs somebody to talk to. I think he needs real friends. Maybe he needs therapy. But I sit back and think and I go, when was the moment that I felt like Wayne started not feeling exactly like Wayne? Like, when did I feel like that ingredients of the gumbo started missing? And I kind of went back and I feel like it was around him and Birdman's falling out. People said when Wayne got out of jail, he wasn't the same. That's not true. Wayne's fresh out of jail run was crazy. That feature was crazy. It wasn't that. And I don't blame him, because somebody that you looked at as your father figure, somebody who took care of you for all these years, somebody who you probably see more than your own family, you kiss this man in the mouth. That's a different connection. That feeling like that person might have betrayed you, robbed you, tried to replace you with somebody else, and maybe has something to do with your attempting on your life, that would break anybody. So like I said, this isn't a video to just dunk on Wayne. This isn't a video to be like, this is a video as a Wayne fan, Young Tune Gorilla Monsoon fan, an OG Wayne fan saying, my G, I used to love when you were in your own world and it felt like you just came down to bless us with some raps. It felt like when you're chasing now. It feels like before you weren't chasing these performances, these awards. I feel like you were just rapping, killing the game, and then they were coming to you. And there was even a feeling where when you got some of the things, and I know like when you got the Grammy, you went up there and did that thing, there's a feeling where you're just like, yeah, nigga, I'm Wayne. So, let's get back. It felt like your most important thing was the booth. Now it feels like something has changed. And as a Wayne fan, bro, I'm going to be here for every Wayne project, every Wayne verse, every da-da-da-da-da. But I just wish you would go back to that. And maybe you can't. Maybe there's something needs to happen for you to get that back. But that light in your eye has gone. And I feel it. I see it. I feel it with these things, man. You never used to feel like you cared this much about this kind of stuff. But Wayne, yeah, they're probably going to be cooking you for today. You're probably going to get cooked. Whoever's around you got to start telling this. The woe is me bag don't look good on Wayne. It don't look good on Wayne. I swear it don't look good on Wayne. The best rapper alive. Look, I'm gonna put y'all on Supras. The matter of fact, I'm skateboarding now. I don't care. The person who was so confident he couldn't play a guitar learned how to play a guitar after making a rock album. I miss that. I miss it because even when he missed with that confidence, it felt different. Now it just feels like, just go ahead and diss Kendrick. Go ahead and openly. And if you don't have a problem with Kendrick, which I'm starting to feel like there's something with that. And maybe it makes sense. You can't keep doing this kind of stuff because people are going to keep calling it out. Wayne, I still rock with you forever. Let me not say forever. There are certain things you could do that will stop, but as of now, you the one. So please, brother, it's Kendrick's time. Please stop using these moments to shade him. Because when history tell these moments, bro, they're going to bring you up as a hater. And I don't want that for you. It's not a good look for you. I love this So let me talk mine. You know, you see the drop, cause getting money is what we on. Right, chop, chop. You know how confident you gotta be to get the Run This Town beat and then cook everybody on that beat?